Buonasera! How's it going, guys? Nice to be back. How are we? How are we? I'm actually going to put my glasses back on. Buonasera, buonasera. How are we? Forza Milan. How are we feeling? Nice to be back. Not done a watch along for some time, actually. I'm repping a little bit of gear for the first time in a long time, actually. So, yeah, I'm going to go through the starting 11 at the moment. I'm absolutely not sure what team's going to be fielded after the disaster in Rotterdam. Guys, get your comments in. Let's get a discussion going tonight. Like, how are we feeling about Milan at the moment in general? I mean, I feel pretty apathetic, as I have done all season, to be perfectly honest. Um, it's just I don't know what to say. Like, I want to have a discussion about Rafa. I think it's relevant, actually. I don't like scapegoating him, but I think I think that I think he needs to be discussed. I really do. So I'm going to get in and talk about that. Um, I just there's something about Rafa that I want to get in about Rafa Leao today. I really do. I love the player. He's not a scapegoat for me. So, like, if before you turn off and go, I'm sick and tired of the slander. I'm one of his biggest fans, but I think we need to have a serious conversation about Leao. I really do. Sports Geek, nice to see you in, my man. Dodgy 2-1 with Soto and Jimenez penalty goal. And Leon saying, every time I watch, I get let down. Best believe we're winning this game and we're winning it comfortably for me. And that makes this whole situation a little bit worse because, to be frank, having a reaction against Verona, which every single point in the league for us is vital, is great. But I don't want to see it. How many times this season have we seen a limp performance in a massive game where we need a good performance, and then it's followed up by a reaction against a team that we should be beating comfortably anyway if we're a serious Serie A 11. I also don't want to see these disgusting off-white jerseys, man. The black one is a lot better. The black one is a lot better than the green one, but the watermelon one, but Jesus Christ, these fucking kits. Jeez, like, honestly, what are these kits? Right, let me get the team sheet up, guys, and we can have a little discussion about what we just like generally what we're thinking, to be honest. I'll go through the comments in a moment. I just want to go through the 11. So hopefully you can all see this. We've got Jimenez starting, which is great. I think he'll get a goal today. We've got Sotil starting his first start for Milan, which I quite like. I think Pulisic is being rested / he's got a bit of a knock. And I quite like Sotil. I think he was a smart signing, especially for like a £1 million loan. Felix on the left, that's going to be interesting. Reinders in the middle, Musa, Fofana. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm kind of glad to see Musa. And you guys know what I think about Musa, but his energy balances the squad a lot. And that's saying something because I don't think he's Milan quality. But, Teo Gabriel good. I think Tomori obviously was suspended, I believe. Or was that a Champions League suspension? You have to remind me on that one. I haven't actually, since the Champions League game, I've kind of switched off on Milan because it's been quite difficult to kind of be constantly disappointed. And then Carl and Mike. It's a strong 11, and I like to see a couple of new phases, especially Sotil, who I think was quite a shrewd little signing for Fellaini and co. Whether he'll stay beyond the season, we don't know. And then for Verona, their danger man, I believe, is Saar. Or actually, sorry, I should say Suslov. Suslov caused us trouble last time we played. But other than that, their team's pretty crap. Montipo's very beatable, and they've got the worst goal difference in the league. So we really should be beating them, and beating them comfortably isn't like a oh my god moment for me. It's like great, but I've seen this fucking rodeo so many times. Do you know what I mean? I've seen it so many times, and we're now saying welcome to the Inferno and doing all this off-white bullshit. Crap. I will go over the comments in a moment. It's so good to see so many of you here tonight. Thank you for joining me. I'm in a bit of a flux. I'm actually back at my parents because I'm moving house. buying a place, which is very exciting, but it's not fully confirmed, so temporarily. And I'm going away next week, so this is the last watch I'm going to be doing for a couple of weeks. But I think between Steph and the others, you'll be covered, and I'll be back raring to go early March, where we're going to be hitting them, hopefully in my new flat with new backgrounds. I'm going to have a lovely Milan stuff in the background, so should be good. Another disclaimer, because I'm going to have to be watching a stream, I will tell you the match, the minute. I don't think this one's that far behind, but I will be a couple of minutes. No, sorry, I'll be at least 30 seconds behind you guys. I'll let you know, just so we can all kind of tie in together. Tiani Reinders, yeah, I like that pronunciation. Ryder brother, nice to see you in. Hello guys, hello. I hope you had a good day. I have had a great day. I hope you have as well, my dad's mate. Yeah, so I'll go back to this comment. I'm going to talk about Rafa in a moment while we're just seeing the players in the tunnel. Is it true Teo's having some issues with the coach? Yes, I think Teo and Rafa are having issues with the coach for different reasons. I'm going to talk about these guys in more detail later this evening. But I think they're part of the problem. And I actually have kind of changed my mind of them fairly recently. It's sad because Teo, especially, I'm seeing some comments about it. Nibble and KLR. I agree. I don't think Teo's got that elite mentality like Rafa, and this is part of what I'm going to go on about later on. It is weird, Bill Joy. It's weird that I'm saying that as well, because I do not rate Musa at all. I think he's a donkey in the sense that he has no football IQ whatsoever, but he does genuinely bring balance to this team. At least how Conceição wants to run this team out with a sort of 4-4-2/4-3-3 in possession formation. Felix has got to do something today for me. He's on here for 6 months. The bloke's got to do something. Yeah, I know. I saw your comment, Sports Geek. I think that's a pretty good prediction, but I think we win quite comfortably today. But that doesn't really give me much satisfaction, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to get into the Teo and Rafa controversy shortly. I just want to make sure that I'm not behind anyone or whatever. So I'm just going to wait for the game to kick off. We've got plenty of time. Giancarlo, I love the comment. Yeah, I like Sottil. I liked him at Fiorentina. I've always thought he was a good little tricky player. We've had trouble against him. Doesn't score loads, but he can take a man on one. He's quite quick, and it's nice to have more Italians in the squad. So yeah, look, if he stays, great. I think he'd be a good rotation option for us. And a 10 mil buy option at 25, Italian, knows the league. I think he'd be a no-brainer. But he's obviously got to produce a few magic moments or a few goals and assists for us to buy him. But I thought it was a really good signing, completely risk-free. So I'm excited to see what Sottil does today in his first start, to be honest. Yeah. There's clearly a mentality issue with this team. And when I say team, I mean this club, because that span 3 managers now. Do not get it twisted. Do not get it twisted, guys. This mentality issue started with Pioli. It ended with Pioli. It restarted with Fonseca. It ended with Fonseca, and it's restarted with Conceição. Or you could argue it never left, but there's clearly something wrong. There's a disjointness. Yeah. No, Walker's not much of an attacking fullback, so I'm not expecting him to do much in attack. I don't think that's needed either, because we've got such an attacking presence on the left. I think that's kind of fine. You can't have both sides, I think, being all out attack. I'm happy with Walker so far. Pacquiao, sorry for yawning, by the way. Pacquiao absolutely turned him inside out against Feyenoord, so he's showing his age there, but he's also, he has shored up that right-hand side quite nicely, and he is a stopgap. So I've got nothing against Kyle Walker. I think he's been fine. Fine is fine as also. Like I say, he's been a 6 out of 10. I'm glad to see Raf on the bench. Yeah, the Spanish media are crazy, man. They're the worst media, I think, out of all the football Big 5 leagues. They're worse than the Prem. They're worse than Italy. But I think it's because he's been highly linked with Barca. they kind of put a bigger lens on him as well in terms of Rafa. But I think he deserves the criticism. And like I said, I'm going to go into it in a moment. I do love the off-white jerseys. I like Mike's leadership. Good to see. Good to see. It's nice to know that Mike's renewing. He had a blunder. Like, don't get me wrong. He did cause that goal in the sense that he should have saved that. There's no doubt about it. But every top keeper has those. I don't care what you say. I've seen it from Courtois. I've seen it from Alisson. Mike's still absolutely top 5, undeniable, and in some cases top 3 goalkeeper in the world. So it looks like he's renewing. He's full of captain material. He's fantastic. Off-white jersey, Matt. The black one's all right, actually. It's growing on me, but I just don't like all this fanfare over 4th kit jerseys. It's just pathetic. And I like buying stuff, okay? I like buying shit, but it's starting to kind of get on my nerves, to be honest. It's too much. Just fucking win games. Do you know what I mean? Where do I think the mentality issue stems from? Like I said, I'm going to go into this in detail. I just want to wait for the game to kick off so we're all kind of aligned, because I'm doing it on a stream today in terms of the match itself. So I don't want to be too far behind everyone. But yeah, I think it's long standing. It's long standing. Yeah, God, it's taken a while. I don't think it's that at all. Like I said, I'm going to go into what I believe it is, and we can get a discussion going. What, guys, get your predictions in. I've only had one prediction. What do you guys think the score's going to be? Who do you think is going to score? I have actually given my prediction only in words and description. I think we're going to win 3-1. We're at home. I think we're going to win 3-1. I think it'll be comfortable, and I think Reinders is going to score. I think Jimenez is going to score, and I'd like a Sotil goal, but I think Jimenez will get 2, and I think Reinders will get 1. That's my prediction. Jimenez hat-trick. I love that, Spaz. I love that. 10-10. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Right. I think mine has just kicked off. Mine's just kicked off now, guys. So I think I'm only like literally 15, 20 seconds behind you. So please don't ruin anything in the comments for me. I've got it on my iPad next to me here. So yeah. Who are you guys excited to see out of the new signings today? I'm excited for Sotil and Felix for me. I'm not worried about Jimenez. I think Jimenez is going to be a quality player. Even though I wasn't massively for him, I wanted Jonathan David. I still hope we get Jonathan David as well in the summer. But I think what I see actually, I'm not saying I was wrong about Jimenez. I just didn't prefer him. But I think Jimenez will be a success. So I'm not really worried about him. Nice to see him. They've already got a corner, by the way, Verona, straight away. Mike punches it out. That was a terrible pass by their fullback here. Yeah, I want to see Bondo as well. I'm quite excited about Bondo. Leon, that is a great question. It's been a fucking age since we last got a hat trick. Yeah, definitely. Sotil looks nervous. I have to say, he looks nervous. Just miscontrolled it. No, Rebic is. Yeah, Hamid's right. Rebic was the last guy to get a hat trick for us. I think it was Udinese, but could be wrong. But it was like a middling team, though, I'm sure. 2-0, 1-0, a clean sheet. I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet, man. I really don't. But I'd love to be wrong. I bet 5 goals this game. If I'm wrong, I'll do anything you say. I mean anything. Wow. I wouldn't mind a couple of grand. I've got to redo a fucking dining room and kitchen, so a couple of K would be nice. Wow. Yeah. See, look, Verona have already had a shot on goal, so I really do not see how we keep a clean sheet, man. It was a 7-1. Thank you. That makes sense. Yeah, during COVID. Thank you, Hamid. Thank you. Sotil's on a loan with an option to buy for about 10 mil, so like an 11 mil package. Wow, Mike, man, you could barely catch that ball just then, straight at him. We've defended 2 corners inside the first 2 minutes. This is not looking good, bruv. And we're at home. We're at home. I'm going to talk about this in a moment. Anything but throw away my diary of Wimpy Kid books. Great books, man. Great books. Right. Verona's second corner. Verona's second corner. Please don't ruin anything in the comments, guys. Please. I'm about 20 seconds behind you, but not a ridiculous amount. Okay, that's interesting. Go on, Felix. Oh man, what do you guys think of the off-white kits? Controversial? Like them? Dislike them? I know why. I can tell you why. There's no belief. There's no belief in this team. There's no belief in this team. They're not a team that go out and believe that they can win matches, and they might say that they think they can win matches, but there's a difference between like knowing you're going to win a game and thinking you're going to win a game. And Milan don't have knowing I'm going to win a game type energy. They haven't had it all season with 3 different managers. Well, okay, Fonseca, Pioli was the end of last season, but you know what I mean. Haven't had it for a long time since the Scudetto. They believed they were in hype, and it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. Go on, Sotil. Yeah, I don't like them either, man. The kits are just weird. I mean, this black one's at least like nice-ish, but they're not Milan kits. Like, it's a fashion kit. It's just, yeah, it's not good. Why don't we wear the 125th anniversary kit again? That's fucking gorgeous, and it's our colours. It's like, but then again, we drew 1-1. I think it was Verona as well, wasn't it? Crazy. The pink ones were all right. They were all right. I actually have one of those because I thought it was quite a nice summer kit, but I got it in long sleeve for some reason, which I regret. But I love a long sleeve kit. Right, we got Ryan's first free kick. It's the first time we've actually been in their half all game. Oh, nice delivery, but no one on the end of it. Go on, Tish. Go on, Tish. That's a foul. Why do we have this kit in the first place? Because we're partnered with Off-White, and it will make us more money, because that's all the owners care about: brand recognition, brand growth, and money, not actual performance on the pitch. And this is part of the problem, which I'm going to talk about very soon. I've got lots of points about it. I just want to get the first few minutes underway. Right, Carl Walker's having a shot. Interesting. First corner of the game, guys. Carl Walker tried to have a shot from outside the box, which is interesting. I don't like how they've all got their names in quotations, like Walker, Reinders. The fuck is that all about? Look at Rafa, man. Look at him. Pathetic. Yeah, we win the accounting Scudetto and the kit Scudetto for the second year running. Great. Right, edge of the box. There's just no cohesion in this team. There's just literally no cohesion. Fofana. Right, Teo's got it out on the left here, guys. Reinders. High line again, that's sort of like synonymous with Conceição's style so far. Very high line. Like Chow is basically playing attacking midfielder. Felix, bit of nice pass and move. Lovely, lovely. Good idea. Good idea that was. Good idea. Shuhao, I'm not being pessimistic, but let's say we can only finish 5th. Is that a Europa League spot? Would you take it? Would you prefer we avoid Europe next season? Oh, I'm sorry for yawning, guys. To focus on the league. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Hamid, that we should be in Europe no matter what. But this management are only going to react. We've seen that in the January transfer window if we do really badly. So I wonder and I ponder if it's better for us to be really bad. That's what I posit. I posit that we actually should be bad because then we're going to get investment. Because do not get it twisted. If we were not as bad as we were and as tumultuous as we have been and as inconsistent as we have been, we would not have invested the players that we invested in January. That is a fact, guys. That is a fact. Do not get it twisted. We would not have got the players in January. I am telling you right now, if we were 20 to 30% better, not even 50% better, if we were 20 to 30% better than we've been, we would not have got that investment. So do I want us to be in Europe? Of course. Should Milan always be in Europe, Champions League? Of course. But unfortunately, it seems to me that being bad wakes this management up. Not that I'd want us to be bad, but I think this team needs a lot of work. I really, really do. The more I look at it, the more the time goes on, I think, Jesus Christ, how can you have such talented players, which we do have, 3 different coaches, and the issue not be tactical really, although I do question the tactics of managers, but I'll give Conceição the benefit of that because he's not had many time to train them and etc. But it's mentality. The issue is mentality. It's not training. It's not technique. It's not quality. There's a squad building issue, but that's kind of been sort of rectified in January. Not entirely, but sort of. The issue is mentality. The issue is mentality. So yeah, I'm going to go on to Rafa now, guys. Rafa and Teo. Have a shot. Have a shot. Teo should have had a shot there. Right, go on, Sotil. Go on, Sotil. Go on. Oh my God, where's the communication, man? Oh, this team. It's so dead. It's so clear Conceição's system relies on high press and incisive not tiki-taka, but quick, incisive passing, so you don't lose turnovers because we have such a high pressing defensive line that as soon as the team comes and attacks us, luckily we've got a bit of pace in the side, but if we didn't or we're not concentrating, we're going to get fucked by teams like Verona because we can't pass the ball. They've had some early yellows here, Verona, which is good. They are fouling a lot. I still think we win this game. I'm not worried. It's just not going to be a convincing win. And even if it's a convincing win, I'm telling you guys, it's not going to make much difference to me. I'm not seeing enough from this team. So yeah, going back to Rafa and Teo. Rafa's been benched. Okay, he was piss poor in Rotterdam, and I've come to terms with the fact that he's an amazing player, and on his day, and I hate saying this because players where you have to say on their day are not players you need to rely on. They're not. On their day players are players I'm not interested in anymore. They're players that are not going to single-handedly win you games. Consistency is what matters. Look at Mohamed Salah. He actually gets disrespected, but the reason why he's finally getting the dues he deserves is because he's been doing it season in, season out. I don't think Salah's actually that an amazing footballer technically. I don't think he dribbles that well. A couple of seasons ago when he was really in form, he did, but I don't think he's an exceptional technical player. He just bangs goals in and he's consistent every single game. Rafa can't do that. Rafa is a luxury player in the sense that he will make an already good team really good. We're not a good team, and I think Rafa cannot be relied on. I would sell him. I've come to that point, and this might be controversial, and maybe the other boys in Sempre Milan disagree. It might be the subject of our pub chat tomorrow that Steph and I are going to record. I agree with this. I'm going to interrupt my rant here, but Felix has got a little temper. He's a little bit of a bratty player, but I don't mind that. He is gifted. Yeah, I'm over Rafa, man. This isn't Rafa Leao's AC Milan anymore. This is I don't know whose, maybe Pulisic's, but I don't want us to have a one team man because we don't have a Mohamed Salah. We don't have a, not even Erling Haaland, I wouldn't say. I mean, Rodri is more important to City, or I don't know, for like Barcelona are a good one to use actually. Like Lamine Yamal is similar in the sense of Leao. He's a talent. I mean, he's playing better than Leao is right now, but he's a talent. But he's like a luxury player, and he makes the team better. I don't like Barcelona, never have, but they're a better team than us. They have better. They play better football. They are way more consistent, and so Yamal can flourish in that environment. The Leao experiment, not Yamal, it's a bit of a tongue twister, is over for me. It's over. Keep the boy. He's an amazing player, but Jesus Christ, he is not the guy. Oh, go on. Felix is on attacking here. Lovely ball. Lovely ball. Oh, that was good. Good play, that. Good play. Good play. Hamid, try not to ruin it in the comments for me if you can. I'm only about 15 seconds behind. Um, I'm not that far behind you guys. I'm just having to use a stream today due to where I am and things like that. But I've got the fastest one I could possibly get, touch wood. So no, don't. I'm not having to go. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, Leao, guys. What do you think? Because I've come to terms with the fact that he isn't. We can't rely on him. He cannot be the player that we are sitting here waiting for him to be. I love him. I think he's exceptional. I think he's the biggest talent, most exciting, most Milan quality player we've had in such a long time since the Banter era and everything. And I do think he really cares, although he doesn't seem like he does. I think it's a bit unfair. I think he genuinely is a Rossonero at heart. I think he's a Milanista. I think he cares. I really, really do. Um, and I agree with this, Hamid. Yes, we can't replace him. Yes, on his day, he's the best player in the league. On his day, he's one of the best left wingers in the world. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care anymore. This team needs investment. The other problem is, do I think the management will invest I don't think 100 million. Let's say we get 80 to 90 million for Rafa. Will they invest that properly? No. But I'm just going to say that they do. I think we should sell him. And yeah, exactly. Nice and funny said exactly what I was just getting at. We're not going to replace him adequately. That's the problem. But let's just separate that. We've got on the corner, by the way, guys. Just come up to the 15th minute of the first half. Teo's taking it. Yeah, bad delivery. I agree with that. I don't think we're going to replace another yellow for Verona. They're going to get a player sent off if they're not careful. Or is that Musa actually? Oh, Musa. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. It was, sorry, my bad. I missed that. This guy, man. Musa. Oh, God, he's such a fucking. Oh. Yeah, Musa and unnecessary fouls. Name a better duo. Well fucking said, Thomas. So yeah, long story short, I'm over Rafa. I love the player. I want him to stay. But as our most sellable, biggest named asset, he will do really well in any other team that's already a really good team. We're not. We're not. Let's face facts, guys. We're just not. And again, the fact that I have to describe Leao as on his day player does my head in. He shouldn't be like that. He's got the talent to be the best in the world. How many people have said he's got the talent to be the best in the world? Blah, 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 blah. I'm not even hating against him. I think he's a nice bloke. Go on, Tish. Go on, Tish. Fuck's sake. The communication's not there, guys. I think he's a Milanista. I think he gets unnecessarily blamed. I think he gets unnecessarily called out that he doesn't care. I think he genuinely cares and loves his club. He's just obviously not he's not the sort of personality that goes with that. And he's also not a leader by example. So you can't also say, like, Mike's more of a leader by example. He doesn't say how much he loves the club as much as Rafa does, but you can tell by his actions. I think Rafa does. I just don't think he's a particularly socially aware person. And then you've got Teo, who is our other's most sellable asset, and also the other player who is our star player, who I still think, again, on his day, last season I wouldn't have said that. Last season I would have said he's the best left back in the world, 100%. But again, I've got to describe both players as on their day because they've regressed so much. Whereas Leao necessarily not regressed, he's just plateaued. Teo's regressed. This season's the worst season for me he's ever had in the Milan shirt when you take on the fact that he's the quality of player he is. When he first came, he wasn't at the level he is now, so you can't really count that. He's had the worst season he's ever had in the Milan shirt. Teo, for me, hasn't got the right mentality, and it's a shame because I thought he was going to be the future captain. I love him. I really do. Maybe if Maldini was here, fine, but that kind of shows his immaturity. I think he's an immature player, Teo. Love him to pieces. Again, like Rafa, if they do leave, I'll always remember them for the players that they were for Milan, and I do again. I think he loves the club, but Teo is, and Leao to an extent, but Teo is a bit more. Teo actually is a bit more like, I want an easy life kind of. I don't think he cares about winning trophies, whereas Leao does. Now, I'm going to do a comparison here that might be a bit mad, but you do know that Rafa Leao and Moise Kean are best friends, yeah? They're best mates. It's true. It's easy to see on social media. Go on, Sotil. Lovely, lovely. Nice ball. Nice from Sotil. I like to see that. That was a nice little ball. Obviously, Moose is never getting there. Leao and Moise Kean, right, are best mates. They both have very similar backgrounds and they both have very similar interests inside and outside of football, namely rapping. So I don't want people to say, oh, Rafa Leao isn't good at football or isn't going to get to the quality he needs to get because he cares too much about rapping. Okay? I don't want to hear that. And the reason why I say that is because Moise Kean is banging them in, and he puts posts on social media like, the black gorilla energy or whatever, like, whatever that might mean. I'm not trying to talk about racist connotations, but you get what I'm saying, like, that sort of empowerment, like Black Panther, sorry, not gorilla, but I know you use the emoji, but you know what I mean, like that Black Panther type energy. Oh, go on, Sotil, cross that in, boy. Oh, man, Sotil's looking good. What was I getting at? Yes, like Moise Kean, right? He's having a season of his life, and he embodies the same sort of energy that Rafa has, right? I don't think Rafa and Moise Kean love football like, I don't know, a Tijani Reinders, for example. But they both want to succeed in a very similar way. They both like rapping. They've got interests outside of football. They're not like football obsessed. They've got other things going on in their lives. But I think they actually want to win. And they're both very similar. Teo, I don't think thinks like that. I think Teo likes the fine life. He likes like drinking good wine, living in nice places. I don't think Teo has that winner's mentality. So that's my issue with Teo. My issue with Rafa is that he's got all, and this is what all the top players, managers, ex-players, ex-managers all say about him. He's got all the ingredients. And I do believe he's got the drive and he's got the motivation. He just has an issue with connecting what's in there to down there on a consistent basis. And I don't know why. And I think it's because, man, they're going to get a player sent off here. Verona just chops down Teo there. God, that's a bad challenge. That's a red for me. They've had 3 yellows, I believe. That's the issue. And I'm going to talk about the mentality of the club in a minute. I want to go through some comments. I've been rambling a lot, but that's my problem. I think Teo he's mentally not actually at the top level, and Rafa is a be better player. Like Moise Kean, again, because they've got very similar interests, blah 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 blah. I think they're good ones to compare, similar ages as well. Moise Kean is a player that needs to be a step below to get to where he is. I think Fiorentina, that sort of level of club is like perfect for Moise Kean. Maybe an Atalanta, or if you're talking like Premier League terms, like an Aston Villa. I know he was at Everton, but Everton are a mess, so let's not talk about that. He can't be at a top club.
And Rafa's sort of kryptonite that stops him from being an actual world beater is that I think Rafa needs to be in an already good team. He will make, he's a, you know, I don't know if you guys play card games or anything like that. There's a term called win more. Rafa Leao for me is a win more player. If you're already winning, he will make you win by more. If you're already a winning team, he'll make you even better. That's what Rafa Leao is, a win more player. That's not what Milan needs right now because we're not a top team. So that's my piece on Rafa and Teo. I've come to terms with the fact that if we could get good money, I'd be happy to sell them. The only problem is, and it's a massive problem, and I acknowledge it 100%, I do not trust this management to spend whatever funds we get for those two players to replace them effectively. So we might as well keep them. So all of this is for nothing. I'm just telling you I've come to terms with what I believe Rafa Leao is as an entity and what Teo Hernandez is as an entity. And I'm absolutely over both of them. I love them as players and as people to an extent, but I'm over them for the Milan project. I really, really am. I'm sick to death of saying on their day, this and that. It fucking does my head in. Honestly, it really does my head in. I'm so angry about it. I'm actually more I talk about it, the more angry I get about it. I love them. I'll always have fond memories of them. And I hope they stay because I don't think management can replace them. But let's just say that we had a competent management. I'm at the point where I'm like, guys, go. Teo, go to Como because honestly, I think I'm not saying he actually would, but honestly, he likes the high life. He'd have a great time. Rafa, go to a team like Barca who are already flying and make them better. And everyone's happy. Obviously, I'd rather them stay because, again, I don't think management will replace them. So that's my piece on that. And I'll talk about the mentality, which is the wider issue, which I think underpins all these problems because we have seen, again, in the Scudetto season, Rafa and Teo perform to their potential and more so. Sorry, I've absolutely rambled here. Just to kind of recap on the game, it's been pretty flat. All we've done is what we kind of did against Feyenoord, which is whip a few okay crosses in, and that's actually come from Sotil. And Reinders has been by far our most exciting player, and that was a cracking shot from Tij, who is the only player I've seen this season, along with Pulisic, who gives a fuck. Like, he's just quality. Reinders is just, but the thing is, we've got so many players that want to do it by himself, and I think Reinders is starting to get a bit frustrated, and he's doing that more and more. That was a good shot though. Right, I'd be fine with selling him, but no faith in his management. Yeah, exactly. Musa going to get a red. If Musa gets a red, I'm done with him, man. I'm done with that boy. Anything on Felix affecting Reinders' position? He has to play deeper. Glancing header there. Yeah, I don't know. I think Felix has been largely ineffective so far. Largely ineffective. Ciao, Lorenzo. Ciao, Josh. Interested to hear your feelings on Gabbia. Do you feel he's been a little hard done by a lack of playing time? Look, all I can put that down to is preference in profiles, but I do think he's been slightly unlucky. But he's renewed. Again, he loves the club. I think he will get game time. His position's weirdly very safe because we've got very few Italians. He's homegrown. We've just renewed him. He is starter quality level. I just think Conceição's tinkering with the starting 11. I wouldn't say he should feel annoyed. I think he should just feel it's a bit unlucky. If by the end of the season he hasn't had a good run of games, then I think it would be time for him to kind of take a look. But it's too early to say. It's too early to say for me. Just because you've seen Pavlovic turn up, I would say you've seen Tomori turn up, and he was really good in that Champions League match. But beyond that, he's been a bit naff. And then Chow, who I actually think is overall our best centre back. I've always said that. I think he's an incredible passer. He's by far the best passer we have in the team, full stop. Better than Reinders. He's unbelievable. He's an elite passer, Chow. He's unbelievable. Let's not get it twisted. And he's got the most talent of all our defenders. So I want to see Chow starting for me. I think he's our best centre back. I really do. By far the youngest, and I think he's the best. Good save. Thomas, thank you. I hope you're referring to my massive ramble. But I hope you think I'm glad you think I'm spitting some factos. So that's good. Our stability went to shit when Maldini was fired. Yeah, I mean, look, we're gonna talk about that in a moment. I just want to get back to the game because I have rambled a lot. That was a nice little shot from Felix there. What's up with the quote symbols on the player's name? God knows. I mentioned that at the start. I think it's fucking stupid. The whole kit thing is stupid, to be frank. Um, I recommend listening to Martino's podcast. We had Enrico Silvestri on. It's a good episode, deep dive into all the nuances of Redbird and who really calls the shots. I actually watched half of that because I'm very familiar with Enrico. He's a very, very knowledgeable guy on everything Milan, and actually in the know guy for a long time. Obviously Italian, lives in Milan. Yeah. Yeah, and I think I haven't caught that Redbird thing, but I have a pretty good idea already of who calls the shots. But I will listen to that part of it. Thanks, David. Yeah, there will be, David. Moncada's gone, as far as I'm concerned. I think Zlatan's got a lot more influence than we all realise as well. Zlatan really has his finger deep in the pie of AC Milan, for better or for worse. Right. It's been a naff 28 minutes, hasn't it, guys? A naff 28 minutes. Go on, Sotil. I've liked what I've seen from Sotil, guys. It's nice to have Italians. No other player is going to understand what it's like to play for AC Milan like an Italian. I don't care what you say. I think it's really important. Wow, Zlatan's got his hair down. Zlatan's got his hair down, guys. He's letting his hair down. Interesting. He looks quite strange with his hair. I'm so used to seeing his hair tied up. It's bizarre. Maybe he's going to cut it. That would be crazy. I'd love to see him cut it, to be honest. The guy's pissing me off. I'm able to decompartmentalize the player and the advisor, but the bloke's annoying me. Honestly, Chow's elite. I don't care what you say. I think Chow's a wicked player, man. His passing's so good. Oh, fuck, man. I don't know if I'm happy. I don't know if I'm happy about Felix, guys. Napoli dropping points. I actually haven't looked at the. Should I have a quick look? I have no idea what's actually been going on. Like I said, my life's been a bit all over the place recently, guys. Personally, so with the house stuff, so I've got no idea. I've barely been able to keep up with Milan this week since the Champions League game. 2-2. Wow, that's a great result for us. Interesting. I mean, it was the best. I guess Napoli beating Lazio probably would have been better, really, realistically. Go on, whip it in, Carl. Whip it in. Terrible cross. Everton beat Palace as well. Interesting. Stop saying how good. Sorry, I won't mention Chow anymore. It's more his passing I'm talking about. I think his passing is fantastic. It's the last I'll say. Right, Raven. Gone for Fana. Into Musa, man. Into Musa's feet. Oh, for fuck's sake. Is Felix even good? Felix is a head case, same as Rafa. He isn't reaching his potential. It's between the ears. Yeah, Raven, I think you're spot on. There's something about can you see Leao settling for becoming no way. No way. I don't think Conceição's the manager. If we had Ancelotti in, I think Ancelotti would be one of the few. There are a few managers that would be able to, and it's because of the status he holds at the club now. Great ball. Oh, he's offside. Damn. But he got the ball in the net. That's what we signed him for. Yeah, he's miles off. He's miles off. But he finished it. Love that. Little look up. Just got enough on it, even with the defender. I like to see that, though, from Jimenez. Feed him and he will score. That's good. Yeah, I think a manager like Ancelotti or Pep Guardiola could make Rafa settle for a super sub in the sense that he got to genuinely earn his spot back. Conceição's not the guy to do it, unfortunately. I think Felix is more of a head case, by the way, than Rafa. Let's be clear. Rafa's got more up there than Felix has. How early can you put in subs before it's an insult? Who would you put in, Delane? Who would you put in? Who are you subbing on other than Pulisic? Who's going to make a difference in this game? Honestly, Leao? I don't know, man. I don't know. Pulisic is the only one that I'm like, yeah, bring him on. We become a better team, basically. Right, Sotil, whip one in there. I've been liking what I've been seeing from Sotil. I really have. I think it was a really shrewd bit of business. Right, go on, whip this one in. Nice ball. Ah. Ciao, bro. Short your head on that. That's the second time. Fucking hell. He just shoved him. Oh, man, what is this? There's just no... This is the problem I have with this team. We're donkeys, like our brains. It's just not. Honestly, football's like 90% mentality. It's not ability. It's not tactics. It's mentality. The ability and the tactics are the vehicles, but if you do not believe, you do not have cohesion, you're not a team, you do not have the belief, you don't have the concentration, you will not get anywhere. And this team has none of that. No concentration and no belief. It's so sad to watch. Ah. Go on, Reinders. Yeah, I don't like Reinders being so deep either, I have to say. It's double pivot with those two. It's not working. I know Reinders is technically meant to be a bit more forward, but aside from the issues with the team, I'm beginning to think it's also quite unlucky. Yeah, I think there has been a lot of mental trauma. But the problem is, I think someone else commented, like David or someone else, that there's going to be a lot of change. As someone, I agree, and I just don't think that's going to help. We need stability and belief in the project. It almost feels like they need to have like a long summer and come back refreshed and driven. This season's been a write-off, I think, since sort of December, to be perfectly honest. Even forget the Super Cup, I don't care. I agree, Raven. I completely agree. I don't know why Musa's got this like roaming role that he's got. He's like a right midfielder, attacking midfielder. I don't really get it. I've never understood where Musa should be playing. I've said this from the word go. Steph and I have waxed lyrical about this. Where is Musa meant to be playing? The bloke fouls for fun. He fouls for fun. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm playing five-a-side and Musa comes and fucking tackles me. He fouls that much. Yeah, it's just such an apathetic watch. It's just like, oh my god. They keep in shape now, but yeah, I don't know why Musa's not playing a double pivot. Why is it Reinders? I think it's because Reinders is one of the few players who can play incisive passes further up the pitch. Like, that's it. Oh yeah, Olufemi, mate, the season's been a write-off since the Super Copper win. Even before that, like, forget it. Just take it for what it is every game. If something cool if something cool happens, great. If we win the Coppa Italia, great. But have no expectations, guys. It's pointless. You've got to disassociate yourself this season. It's just one of those seasons. Just like you'll get upset. Like, I've completely switched off this for the rest of this season. I don't really care. Like, I've just become a bit like, it's obviously great for the communities, the pub chat, the watch-alongs, all of that stuff's fantastic. I'm really enjoying that as always. But everything else, it's like whatever. Bring me the summer. Like, not bothered. I think honestly, for your own mental health, I'd be the same if I were you. Yeah, I don't know what Moose's only skill is. He can run with the ball quickly. That's it. A line breaker, yeah, I guess. That's literally it. He can push through like 2 or 3 defenders and then do nothing else. He's really good at that. That's great. It's like me when I play football, right? I play CDM. I'm really good at breaking the ball up. I just can't pass. Like, I genuinely, that's how I play. I'm a sitting CDM. I'm really good at like breaking play up, getting stuck in tackles, but I can't pass to save my life, and I know that. And so I do one good thing, and then I do the next thing that basically cancels it out. That's Musa every single time he has the ball, but he's a professional footballer playing for AC Milan. I'm playing with my mates at five-a-side. It doesn't matter how good he is at breaking the line. As soon as he's done that, he does the wrong thing every single time. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And now he's down injured. Like, it doesn't matter how good he is at breaking the line. He will make the wrong decision afterwards every single time. Yeah, the ref's very card heavy. Very, very card heavy. Musa's still injured. Swap Leao for Tonali, mate. He wouldn't last 5 minutes at Newcastle. No, I don't think we're ever going to get Tonali back. Not for a long, long time. Should never have sold him. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Especially when I look back on who we signed, other than Pulisic with that money. Fuck me. Yeah, exactly, Raven. He wouldn't last in the Premier League, Rafa. He's suited for Spanish or Italian football. He ain't suited for the Prem. Zlatan with his hair down. That's so funny. Thomas, if Tonali comes to Italy and it isn't at Milan, I don't think he'll ever come back to Italy unless it's Milan. And I know that might be my biased Milanista speaking inside, but I don't see him playing for any other Italian team. I really don't. He'll go to another Premier League team like an Arsenal or a City, or he'll go Spain. He wouldn't go to Italy if it wasn't Milan. I promise you. And if that happened, I would be with you. It would be absolutely abhorrent. But I just don't see him doing that. I don't understand. He doesn't see Juve as a step up. He's also Milanista, let's be honest. He certainly wouldn't go to Inter. So who is there? Napoli? Conte's not going to stick around for a few more years, let's be honest. So I wouldn't worry about that, Thomas. Hey, Matt. Thanks for asking. I'm not there yet. I'm back with my parents. Some issues with the legals. So my life's in a bit of a flux at the moment. As I was saying to the other people, love doing the watch-alongs, love having you guys here. But I'm on holiday next week, and then with me being at my parents, I won't be doing a watch-along until the start of March after this one, most likely. Just got too much going on. Hopefully, I'll be in the new apartment in a couple of weeks, setting the exchange and completion. But house stuff in the UK is a fucking nightmare, and we've been a bit shafted by solicitors as they shaft everyone. But thanks for asking. Another yellow. Wow, how many yellows do Verona have? Like, how have they not got a player sent off? This is madness. And speaking of Tonali and Newcastle, do you think Manchester City have got their mojo back? Yeah, I think maybe because of the whole court hearing that recently came out. Yeah, I think City will be fine. Not that I care, to be honest. Their whole team, yeah, I think they've got 6 yellows, 5 or 6 yellows. They definitely get someone sent off if not careful. Hopefully this game turns around and we can get to bed smiling. Yeah, now I'll be fine, Mats. The house will be fine. It's just taking longer than I suspected. But there's a law that might cost us a bit of money if we don't get it done in the next month, which should be plenty of time. But you know what solicitors are like. It should all be fine. Just taking longer than we had hoped. Me and my partner. I hope he goes to Real Madrid. Who? Tonali? Yeah, I could do as long as it's Ancelotti coaching him. Right, Felix, let's see what you've got, my man. Oh my God, what was that? Suslov, what? That was not on Zhao at all. Fucking hell, man, what a game. It's so mad, isn't it? Like we've played half the game at home, and we haven't looked close to scoring. Like we haven't looked close to scoring. I just don't get it. Mm. Anthony, nice to see you, mate. How have we looked? How is Musa? Musa's shite as ever. Sorry. Are you a big Musa fan? Because if so, I do feel sorry for you. He got a yellow inside like 8 minutes, and has been skirting with it ever since, and can't do anything after breaking the lines with his quick dribbling. Same as usual, basically. Is the 4 experiment over? I don't know if it ever began, so don't know yet. 2 minutes out of time. Yeah, VAR has made referees worse, 100%. Sotter's quite short, isn't he? Just noticed that. I kind of want Verona's. Yeah, I don't know how Verona have not gone down. They've skirted with relegation for like 3 seasons now, and their fans are racist. They're not Udinese racist, but they're not great. They're not great, but yeah. Oh, Anthony, seriously, why do you like Musa? I'm not even trying to be difficult. He was one of the biggest wastes of money we've ever had. Um, the bloke's never scored for us, even though he plays quite advanced. He's had more issues in terms of penalties given, red cards, really stupid mistakes that have cost us some points. At least, and I do not think Chukwueze has been good either, and I really was excited for Chukwueze. At least Chukwueze. Oh, come on. Oh my God. Musa, bro, get out of my club. Get out of my club. Get out. Brother. Yeah. Why do you like Musa so much? Like, seriously? like what I was going to say was Chukwueze's been a failure, but at least Chukwueze scored like an important Champions League goal. Do you know what I mean? Like he's contributed. Musa's done nothing. Nothing. But what is this? This is my problem with Musa. Anthony, what's his position? Like, what is his position? He's not good enough to be an 8. He's not good enough to be a 6. The only position I see Musa somewhat being good in is like a 3 at the back, right wing back formation, where he's got loads of energy. He breaks up the play, maybe shoves a cross in, but passes it quickly and then comes back. Like he's got energy. That's it. Jesus, man. Yeah, Florin, he's had 1, maybe 2 assists in 2 years. Now listen, he's also had, or year and a half, he's also had so many minutes in comparison to basically all of our other signings. Look at his minutes. Look at his minutes, man. He's barely contributed. Barely contributed. I'm not having it. I'm fed up of Musa. I'm fed up of watching that guy. Anthony, yes, right wing back, but we don't play with a right wing back. So why is he there? I don't get why. I can't believe people still rate Musa, man. I really don't. Even people saying not for this team. Well, I don't care about other teams. Like, if you're saying Musa isn't good, is good and talented, which I agree with. I think he's talented, but not for this team. Then why are we playing him? Why did we buy him? Why is he here? Don't get it. What annoys me about Musa and why I pinpoint him is because there are many, many moments where he embodies the issue that this team has, and the team has is mentality and concentration. He does so many things right, and then he does the last 5%, which is the most important part, wrong every single time. That's why I don't like him, because he is the embodiment of the issues around this club. I like him as a person. I know he's like a caring Muslim, and like he's got like an amazing family life, and like he cares about the team and the people around him. He's lovely. I love all that. I think he comes across as a genuinely nice bloke, but he is not the player we need. And he's not the only one. He's not the only one. It's just because he embodies what we have at this club as the issue, which is mentality, where we do like loads of good things right. And then at the last hurdle, the most important hurdle, he does everything wrong every single time. It's not like he's done it right once or twice. I cannot think of one occasion where he has made the right choice. Yes, he's had 1 or 2 assists, but you look at this, you look at his minutes in compared to every other player that is a sort of fringe player that we bought recently, etc., etc. And he's had so many more minutes than every single other player, and he's just not good enough. That's why I don't like him. I'm sorry. I don't understand people that defend him. I really do not get it. I don't get it. It's sad because you have no choice but to play him as well. I feel like a lot of fans. I don't expect goals and assists from him. I don't expect that. It's just that he's not good enough to be an 8. He's not good enough to be a 6. And he gets played in an advanced role where he has opportunities to score or assist, and he does neither. Do you get what I'm saying, Oscar? That's why it's annoying, because again, I can't stress enough, I don't have any hate for him. I think he's a lovely guy. He comes across really well, and I acknowledge that he's very talented. But the problem is, he has had every single opportunity to show what he's all about, and he's failed every single time. And it's not because of the formation. It's not because the expectations. I never expected Musa to be a 10-goal a season midfielder, ever. Never. Never, ever, ever. What I expected him to do is pass the ball, not give silly fouls, not get red cards, not give away penalties, literally every 4th game. That's what he does. Every single 3rd or 4th game, if he's played for like 60 plus minutes, he'll do something stupid. And it's not a little stupid thing, it's a big stupid thing. And he's done it every single game. And that's what annoys me. That's why I hate him so much. Not, again, sorry, I don't hate him. The player he is, I think, again, he comes across really nicely. We've got a lot of nice players. I think Musa, like Adley, he comes across like a really nice bloke. He's just not. I wouldn't even care if he was a rotation option to bring some energy to close off a match. I'm happy for him to stay. even though I think we should sell him and cut our losses. I'd be happy for him to stay. But he is starting for Milan more often than not, and that is a problem. It's a big, big problem. Let's see what Bondo can bring. That's all I can say. When he's fit, get Warren Bondo on. I think Bondo's a good player from what I've seen. I've always said this: if Fofana is your starter and Moose is your backup, you can't win trophies. You simply can't win trophies with such players. They're good enough for mid-table. That's where we are. Yeah, and Fofana's average as well. I would say. I mean, Reinders is exceptional. We could have had Nicolas Dominguez, who was in number 6, but we went for Musa. I don't think Dominguez is great either, but he would have been a more effective player than Musa. I think that's a no-brainer. We are playing against a low block, and we are not overloading the flanks where there is space. What the fuck? Yeah, low block and AC Milan. Name a worse combo, you know. I think Conceição still haven't figured his formation out. I agree. Kevin, very static. One could think they are saving up for Tuesday, but then on Tuesday we will have the same stillness again. Yep, agreed. Not looking forward to that. Even with creative players like Joao on the team now or Reinders, our game looks so boring and predictable. I completely agree. Put Conceição, please stop playing Moose on the wing just because he runs around. Yeah, I agree. Moose is the first. Again, not trying to scapegoat him. He has been the flop of the half. I'm sorry, he's been the flop of the half. It's between him and Felix for me. Man, I miss Adley. Do you think so, Oscar? Do I think the addition of Bondo with the minutes with that? Sorry, well, do you think with the addition of Bondo that Moose's minutes will begin to dwindle? Because to be fair to him, under 3 managers, he's got an unbelievable minutes. That's what I'm saying, Oscar. That's what I'm getting at. He has played so much football for us and has been shit every single time. Yes, I think Bondo will be good. I do think Fofana's average. I do. I do think he is. Yeah. I don't think, guys. I'm sorry. We need to stop overhyping our players. Name me 3 players, right? And on to today's form, not on their day, today's form. Name me 3 players, guys. Name me 3 players that would start for who's at the top of the league? Fucking hell. Sorry, I should have thought about this before I asked the question. Yeah, okay. Name me 3 players on form today, not on their day, not what their FIFA card says, not what they were bought for, not the team that they play for, on their form today, how they've been playing all season. Name 3 players from Milan that would start for Inter, Napoli or Atalanta in any position. Now listen, hear the brief again and hear it very carefully. On their day, no. Not their FIFA card, no. Not what they're capable of, not what they were like 3 years ago. What they're playing like this season. Name me 3 players from Milan that would start for Inter, Napoli, or Atalanta, the top 3 of the league. Be really like, be genuinely like, objective here. Because if you're going to say Leao because he's more talented than, I don't know, Politano, all right, or whoever the hell or David Neres, whoever Napoli have at left wing, fine. Who's having a better season? Those players are. Is then that up to the form? Is that up to the coach, the mentality of those teams? I don't care. I think a lot of our players are not as good as we think they are. I think Fofana's fine. I think Fofana's a good player. Average doesn't mean bad, by the way, Oscar. It doesn't mean bad. Reinders has been exceptional. Reinders is an exceptional football player. I think Fofana is very, very good, but his performance dropped off a cliff ever since, I would say, November, when he got worked through the ground at the first sort of massive chunk of the season, and he's not been able to recover since. Therefore, he's average. Maybe he's not an average player. That's probably, maybe I'm going a bit far, but he's having an average season. Average. Maybe I'm off the mark with Fofana, guys. All right, maybe I'm just annoyed, but I honestly don't think many players would start for the top 3 teams in the league this season. Honestly, The only ones I can think of are Pulisic and Reinders. That's it. I think they're the only two players that we have that would walk into any team in the league, pretty much. That I genuinely believe that. You cannot say Mike. I don't care what you say. Mike's had a very, very average season. Is he a better goalkeeper? Yes, but my question was, who would start? Who would Conte take right now if he could? Who would Gasperini take right now if he could? And who would Inzaghi take if he could? It's sad because what's going to happen, guys, is we're going to have Pulisic and Rafa come on at half time, and we might scrape this game 1-0. 1-0 at home against Verona. 1-0 at home against Verona. Like, Jesus. Yeah, this is what I mean. So thank you, Thomas. He just hasn't been very good for a while for Fana. I'm not saying he's a bad player. He hasn't been like that good for a while. But I've seen a very high level from him. So he obviously is a good player. But that's my belief with Fofana. Good. I'm glad you think so, Mats. I'm glad, mate. I'm glad. Yeah, I know, but so does Teo and so does Mike, and like they've had poor seasons. Like, can we be more objective? Is Mike more talented than basically every single goalkeeper in the league? Yes. Is Leao the best left winger in the league? Yes. But I'm talking about right now. I don't want to hear on their day. Honestly, I'm sick of it. Right now, the last 7-8 months of football that we've experienced, none of those players are playing very well. It doesn't matter what you tell me. Like, the proof's in the pudding. Look at us in the table. Look at the individual performances. Look at their stats and FB Ref if you care about that stuff. It's there. It's there for us to see. Like, I'm not making this shit up. I promise. See, look, I'm hoping that people say Manyan, Reinders, Pulisic, Reinders, Chow, Pulisic. Like, for me, it's Pulisic and Reinders. I don't even think I could think of three. But the fact of the matter is, I'm glad you took the brief. It is more difficult than you think, even though we know we have more talent than Atalanta, Inter, and Napoli combined. Maybe not Inter, but the Napoli and the Atalanta, we've got more talent than them combined. Yet we're struggling to think of three players to objectively play for those respective teams. That's a problem, man. That's a problem. Leao would start in any team almost. Don't be fatalist. I'm not being fatalist, man. I don't know if you just joined the stream. I've been quite clear about what I think about Leao. Leao's a win more player. He'll play better in a better team. But will Conte take Leao right now, midway through the season, over David Neres? No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. Don't lie to yourselves. He would not. He's having a crap season. Most of our players are. I'm sorry. It's just a fact. I don't know how you can't see that. We need to stop overhyping our players. I don't get it. It's just silly. Blowing steam up their arse. A lot of our players are incredibly talented for lots of reasons. We're not playing the way that we should. We're not having the season that we should. There's been a lot of reasons for that. Some that are not up to the players. But don't start blowing smoke up their arse thinking that they're the best players in the world. They're not. They're just not. I'm sorry. They're not. I think you're allowed to be objective. If they were, then we would be much better than we are right now. Like, yeah. Let's clear our heads, brother, and come back tomorrow. Yeah. Look, I do apologise about Fofana. Actually, I was probably wrong. I said I shouldn't have said he was an average player. I think he's having an average season. That I think it would be difficult for you to disagree with. But everyone's open to their opinion. It's not a problem. You can disagree with me. I probably was a bit overzealous in saying he was average as a player, but he is having an average season. I do believe that. Conte took no Rockefeller. Yeah, well, quite. So Rafa's starting. Gianluca, I appreciate the comment. This summer we need to sell Mike Teo and Leao. Milan players are touch heavy. In other words, they're taking too many touches on the ball instead of passing it quickly when a player runs into space, too much unnecessary dribbling. Yeah, I like that term. Touch heavy. Yeah, I'd agree with that. We do hold on. We hold on to the ball too long. I agree. Yeah, or quite. I'm going to start calling. I've called this club AC Opportunity, and now I'm going to start calling them AC on their day, because that's how I have to refer to people literally. Rafa has literally not scored at San Siro all season. I rest my case. Why would Conte take a player who's not scored at home all season in the league over David Neres, who's balling out? That's what I'm saying, guys. Be a bit more objective. I think Rafa Leao is the most talented player in the league. No one can convince me otherwise. But he would not start over David Neres this season for Napoli. He wouldn't. I'm like, be objective about it. I'm not saying he's a worse player. He's having a much worse season. Like, there's a difference between bad players and bad season. A lot of our top players are having dog seasons, which is why I said it would be very difficult for you to find 3 players that would legitimately start for Inter, Napoli, and Atalanta out of our team. It would be really tough. And the only ones that scream out to me are Reinders and Pulisic. I'm sorry, they're the only ones. Reinders or Edison or Anguissa. I think Anguissa is probably going to get midfielder of the season this year. I really like how Anguissa plays as well. Yeah. We need to stop assigning best players on talent. It has to be on performance. No one in this team, on any other team. I don't think Fofana is exceptional, but Tej Fofana duo is extremely exceptional. I don't know what you mean by that, Noir. Please let me know. Thank you, Sibtan. I'm glad you agree, and I think I've got my point across. Like, I'm not sitting here bashing our players in terms of like their actual quality. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that I think like, lift the veil. Like, let's not think they're just so good because of X, Y, Z reason. They're having crap seasons. Like it's okay to not. It's okay to say your player's not playing well this season, full stop. Like, it's okay to say that I would rather have David Neres this season over Leao. That's a fine statement to say. Obviously, football doesn't work like that. It's nuances, it's tactics, it's etc., etc. But to simplify it, that's okay to say. That does not mean that they're a better player than the other player. That's not what I'm getting at. You know, it's not what this is not what I'm saying. It's clear we have more talent. That there's something generally wrong. We can predict drop points against lower sides. I know teams have hiccups, but we have them way too often for some years. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm reloading my stream. It's gone a bit dodge, guys, for the second half, so bear with me. I know we've kicked off now, so yeah, sorry, it's getting I'm just a bit exasperated by it all, to be honest. Right. Rafa's looking sharp. That's good. Yeah, I like this comment. Again, maybe I'm on the Rafa hate, but you know. Do you think the change of manager in the mid-season destroyed the motivation? No. No, I think Conceição has helped. I think management has destroyed their motivation. No matter what you say, these players understand the inner workings of the football club. There'll be lots of murmurings and chats and things like that. That's what I think. That's what I think. I need Lorenzo to not get no more than 3 stop goals. I don't know what that means, no Diddy. Maybe I can't read. Yes, Leao and Jimenez are on. So that is Musa off, which is good. I think the team lacks someone that has on and day a winter mentality because we need other styles of leaders to be consistent. Again, not sure what that means. Please, let me know. Thing is, Verona aren't a threat. Like, they're just not a threat. Hot take: don't sign Felix during the summer. Get Gio Reyna. Oh my fucking god! I don't want to hear Gio Reyna talk, bro. Have a look at his injury record. I can't. Can we? This I know this is Moneyball, so maybe you're joking, Raven. Maybe you're way more clued into the Moneyball than all of us. But Gio Reyna deserves nowhere near AC Milan. Anyone whose mother has to protect their player and they can't do it themselves does not deserve to play at the top level. I can't with Gio Reyna. I'd take João Felix a million times over Gio Reyna every single day of the week. Every single day of the week. Okay, Spas. That's kind of not what I'm saying. He's having a better season. I don't care what you say. David Neres is an integral part of Conte's currently top of the league Napoli team that are likely going to win the Scudetto. Rafa, who is a better player objectively, which is what my point was. My point was I'd rather take David Neres this season over Rafa Leao this season. Is Rafa a better player? Yes. Is Rafa more talented? Yes. But David Neres is a very, very key part of a winning team who are top of the league. And without him on that left wing, they wouldn't be where they were. Would Rafa Leao have done the same job for Conte as David Neres? Probably not. There's nuances, tactics, positions to factor, but I'm just trying to simplify it and say that I would take David Neres this season over Rafa Leao. That's it. I don't care about goals and assists. His performances have been so much better than Rafa's and so much more consistent, and that's what I care about. I don't care about goals and assists. I want consistency. Goals and assists are amazing, and consistency, that's what makes you an elite player. But if I was to choose anything, I would take consistent performances over goals and assists every day of the week. It's why we like Pulisic so much, because Pulisic does the goals and assists, but he's also pretty damn consistent. Not entirely consistent, but he's pretty consistent. Thank you, Thomas. That's my point. Thank you. Neres has less goals and assists than Rafa Leao, fact, but he's consistent and plays Champions League. Well, they don't have Champions League, but you know what I mean. Playing against the big games at Inter, he'll turn up, and against Como, he'll turn up. That's what we need. It's not hard. I don't think it's a hard concept to understand. I've never once said, do I think he's a better player? He's not. He's not. Done. Oh, Musa's still on. Shit, guys, I missed that. Musa's still on. So Kyle Walker came off for Jimenez. So he's gone Jimenez, Musa. Fuck, man. Damn. Damn. Yeah, look, there are lots of factors as well. The guys are the ragged. The schedule's insane. The change has been nuts. I do hope that there's a refresh over the summer and mentally, which is what the team needs. I really do hope that. Rafa over dribbling, man. Come on. So thanks, Noir. Yeah, so you meant that Tish and Fofana complement each other. Tish is a better runner and better touch eventually. Fofana is a better defender and better passer. Yeah. But I still think they need another player with them. That's the problem with that combo. I think you're right. Their abilities really complement each other, but they need another player almost. Yeah, like what Thomas is saying. I think those two players are a match made in heaven, but they need another player with them to kind of make that match made in heaven actually work. So it's kind of a combination of what you guys are saying, Noir and Thomas, is what I think. Moose's not off is mad. Madness. Am I the only one who thinks Alex Jimenez gets a lot more hype than he actually deserving? He's just a glorified Musa. He's similar to Musa, but the difference is he's a lot younger. Well, 2 years younger. He's had less minutes. So I give him benefit of the doubt. He deserves the same benefit of the doubt that Musa got when he first started. So that's the difference. Like, they're quite similar in their faults, but Musa's had like a season and a half of first team football and is a couple years older and played in a top league for a decent enough side, whereas Jimenez is like a youth player who's just broken out and he's already reached the same level, which isn't that good, as Musa. So I think you kind of shot yourself in the foot there, Olafemi, to be honest. Scoring at home isn't the bar, but it's what you should expect, right? Right, let's have a look. Let's see if we can score. This has been a hard watch this evening, guys. It's been a really, really hard watch. It's been a really hard watch. What have you guys got planned this weekend? Anything fun? Anything interesting? Also, I've just remembered Verona have conceded. Let me just have a look at how bad Verona are defensively. Verona have conceded 27 goals. Oh, no, hang on. Sorry, 53 goals. 53 goals. 53. This is just the Feyenoord match extended. Yeah, it's very similar. It's very similar. I don't think we beat Feyenoord, by the way. After seeing this home performance against Verona, you think we're going to play and smack them out of the park? I just don't see it, man. I don't know, Kayan. That's the $1 million question, man. It's a $1 million question. 53 goals Verona have conceded. 53 by over 10 goals they've scored. They've conceded the most in the league, and we're at home with an attacking four that's meant to be really good, and we've barely had a shot on target. Like, come on, man. Come on. Jesus, this team. Fofana's been shy, so whoever was talking about, I'm sorry. Oscar, get back in here, man. I want to chat to you. What I said about Fofana was spot on. He may not be average, but my God, is he having an average season? He's having an average season. Yeah, Joe, I agreed that there is no balance in this team. There's no balance at all. Milan fans have low standards. If Leao played for a Prem team, those fans would be tearing him to shreds. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he might be struggling, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't think our players are as good as we think they are. I really don't. That's the conclusion I'm at. Genuinely, that's the conclusion I'm at now. I don't think they're that good. I just don't think our players are that good. Honestly. Well, Mats, I'm glad you know for a fact that Fofana can do better than he is, because the whole team's underperforming. The whole team. It's not just a Fofana thing. I'll be honest. It's obviously not. What is that cross? Yeah, probably, Joe. Probably is. It is. It's a lot of issues, isn't there? Yeah, it was a nice cross from Rafa. That good save. Yep, I agree. Like Montipo's so bad. Like how have we not scored, man? I just don't get it. Yeah, exactly, Mats. They are one of the worst teams in terms of goals conceded. Sorry, the worst team in terms of goals conceded, and one of the worst away teams in terms of goals conceded, if not the worst. And yet we're coming up to the 60th minute, and I think we've had one shot on target. I'm just at a loss for words because there are so many problems. It's so disjointed. Um, I don't, and what I see is just go on Jimenez. It's just I just feel so apathetic. Like honestly, guys, apathy is how I feel to Milan. It's just pure apathy. Like I don't care. Like that's it. Why has Jimenez got a yellow there? If Musa's telling you to calm down, you're doing something bad. If Musa's telling you calm down, hey Ghost, nice to see you, man. Thanks for checking in. Jimenez is also a hothead. Both those players have yellows. Classic. Yeah, I don't get how. I agree, Thomas. I'm not sure how Duda hasn't got a. I don't know how they haven't had a player sent off Verona. I'll be honest, but you know, I don't want to keep relying on the ref. Okay, Olafemi, I agree, but he ain't worse than Musa. Like I said, he's 2 years younger, played hardly as many minutes, didn't play for a senior team like Musa, just broke out, and they have very similar faults. He's not worse. He's as silly as Musa at best. Um, I don't get how Verona have not had a player sent off. I don't get it. Zlatan with that hair is so funny. We are the Manchester United of Italy. I don't know. I don't know if we're that. I don't know. I keep hearing this Musa has talent, man. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't care. Uh, like a lot of our players have talent. Chukwueze has talent. Teo, that's a really nice delivery. That. Oh, go on. Oh, for fuck's sake! Real scramble that. Yeah, I don't know. Does Leao has looks like he's got something wrong with his eye. Um, oh, guys, what an evening. I didn't really expect much else, to be honest. I don't know what Tuesday's game is going to be all about. I really don't. Tell me about it. It's very frustrating. Not Musa makes not Torino look like Yaya Toure. I love that comment, Steve. I'm leaving that up for a few minutes. That's hilarious. Hey, not Torino and Zlatan had the great season 2011-12. Great season. Um, oh, go on, Musa. Nice pass. Pen. No pen. I agree with this. I agree. Yeah, we're not beating Feyenoord on Tuesday. There's no way. There's absolutely no way we're beating Feyenoord on Tuesday. Forza top four. Yes. Yes, AJ. Great comment, mate. Great comment. Forza top four indeed. Baffles me how they don't get it. We are sitting in eighth. I know. That's what I mean. I'm apathetic. Like I just my exasperation's run out for this team. It's literally run out. Yeah, Rafa's definitely got a black eye. Maybe his son hit him by accident. How can you be this crap, Dad? Whack. I don't know where you're calling. I don't know where you're watching from, Lost from Light, but I do feel for you. Like, at least for me, it's not too late usually. Nice. Oh, for fuck's sake! God, this team is so frustrating, man. Oh, yeah. I mean, well said, Milanismo. We've had three different coaches all struggle with low block with very similar players and a lot of new creative players. Why can't we beat low blocks? I know it's hard, but we should be able to get a goal. 243. Oh my god, mate. Thank you for being with me tonight. That's huge. I'd be asleep. Oh my god. What's special about this kit? It looks like poo. It's like sort of poo coloured at the bottom. Yeah, its price is special. Yeah, I agree. To be fair, everyone who knew Constance Porter said his team struggled with low blocks. Okay, like that's annoying to read. You know what I mean? Even if that might be true, it's like find a solution. That's your job. I don't know. I'm just getting so. Yeah, well said, Mark. Well said, Mark. Yeah, Krunic did win a Scudetto, and Krunic is not good. Um, Unbelievable report. Oh, when did these reports come out, Josh? What's this all about? What are these reports all about? I've not heard about this. Was that recent? Tell me more about this, Josh. Tell me more. Yeah, I agree. Felix has been poor. Fofana's off and Pulisic is on. What on earth is going on? What? Yes, bring Bob Omarenge on. Yeah, I do remember that free kick. It was a cracking goal. Cracking goal. I haven't read. Like I said, I've not been keeping up to date. I've had a lot going on in my personal life, so beyond this, I've got absolutely no idea about any internal conflicts. So please fill me in the comments, guys. This is the most concentration and dedication I've given to Milan in the past week. I've had a lot going on in my personal life, so not at the time. Not at the time. Come on, Bob. Bring Bob on. Bob Orengi. Hey, happy birthday, Joe. Happy birthday, Joe. 21 again, my man. Unless you're younger than that, in which case I don't want to wish your life away. But if you're older than that, 21 again. Let's go. Bobalicious. Hell yeah. Get Bob Merengue on. Oh my god, Moose, you're so shit. I can't believe I'm watching Musa with Ronaldinho's L number at Milan and thinking we used to have Ronaldinho. We used to have Ronaldinho and now we've got Musa 80. Fuck me. Stop shooting. Stop shooting, Musa. Please stop shooting. Fuck Musa, man. He shot it again. He shot it again. Musa's killed someone again. I do think we get a goal somehow, but it's just pathetic, isn't it? Yeah, I agree. I think I'd like to see Tammy. I'd like to see Tammy on. We can't. We cannot break low blocks. I honestly, the guys look clueless. They look clueless. Oh, for God's sake. Jimenez is quite a big guy, in fairness, Nikolai. Rafa, just get up, bro. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, he's got a free kick. Sorry, it's sending me to sleep. This match is nuts. Well said, Steve. This is what I was getting at. How can we have three managers with a lot of the same core players and we still not be able to beat a low block and core attacking players? I don't get it. I don't get it. And actually, we've added to that attacking talent and we still can't do it. I don't understand. I just do not understand. Well said. Honestly, I'm actually falling asleep. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to have an entertaining stream, and it has been lovely spending it with you. Let's not get it twisted. I love this community, and I love engaging with you guys. So I hope I've made it easier for you guys as well. But it has been a really tough watch this evening, like really tough watch. So I hope you sympathise with me. um, but yeah, it's been a tough watch, guys. It's been a really tough watch. Oh my God, Leao. Wow. Wow. And it is Leao to score. He's offside. He's got to be. Oh, it is Jimenez. Sorry. What happened here? Great touch. Yes, Jimenez with the header. Touch over Jimenez. Oh, I mean, that's really good. Let's move. Like, come on. I did say we were going to get a goal. Jimenez to Jimenez. Nice. Yeah, that was really nice from Jimenez. And when I say Jimenez, I mean the Spanish Jimenez with the J, not the G. But that was a good goal all round. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Deserved, I guess. But I'm not. Bumbleclot is exactly how I feel. I'm not going to go crazy over that because the performance has been crap. But yeah, good. Yeah, I think that's quite fitting. It was a really nice goal. Yeah, Jimenez with a J was exceptional there. Can I have the Musa guy saying that he was worse? Like, come on, this is what I mean. Like, Jimenez is younger, he's just broken through, and is giving more than Musa has ever done. Sorry, there you go, Olafemi, bro. Come and chat to me about Jimenez with the J now. Yeah, I think Santi and then Jimenez. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. God, this second half, man. Maybe now they've got a goal, they might like relax a little bit, take it easy, and try and get that second. Yeah, I agree with that. Nice and funny. If Moose is there instead of Jimenez, nothing's happening. Good assist by Rafa, though. You can't deny it. Please take Rafa off. Nah, he's only played the half. He'll play the rest of the game. There's no need to take him on. He only came on at half time. So Bondo's not fit, Yoli, as far as I'm aware. I don't think he's on the Is Bondo on the bench? Let's have a quick look. I don't believe he is. I don't know how to look on here. I'll look on my phone, guys, quickly. I don't think Bondo's fit yet. Oh, he is. He's on the bench. I'd like to see Bondo. I'd like to see Bondo. Yeah. If Bondo's on, then yeah, bring him on. I'd like to see Bondo get some minutes. I really would. Yeah. I haven't fallen asleep. Sorry, guys. I haven't. I'm here. I'm here. Apologies. I haven't fallen asleep. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm awake. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just been a very hard watch. Honestly, you guys have made it very enjoyable. So thank you for joining, as always. Like I said, I love doing the streams with you. Community's growing. It's fantastic. But this has been a tough watch. Like, it's been a tough watch. That's some weird juju you have there, Hamid. Yeah, I agree. Really good defensive header from Santi. Santi's a good player, like he is. He really is. He was ready. He was ready to take that step up. I think he's going to be good with us. I'm not quite sure if he's a 20-goal striker. I can't visualize it yet because just this team doesn't create enough clear-cut chances. But I'd love it for him. I think he has the ability, if he gets the right service, to be our big new striker. Lovely touch, Tej. Lovely touch. Go on, Rafa. Go on, Rafa. Oh, for fuck's sake. You had options on your left there, man. Timmy Tam's coming on. Do you actually think we get Champions League football? Like, also, it's quite contentious if Italy's going to get the fifth spot, but let's say we do, because I don't think we're going to get fourth. Do you actually think we get fifth? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I'm going to have a look at the table quickly. Let's say we win this game. I guess it's not so bad. We have got a game in hand as well. We're tied on points with Bologna, but we've got a better goal difference, so we're ahead of them. Fiorentina are 1 point ahead. Juve are 2 points ahead. Lazio are 5 points ahead, but they have played an extra game, so it's quite tight. I mean, winning this game was absolutely like vital, but I don't think we're getting top four. I think we'll be playing Europa League next year. Yeah,
I agree. I agree with that. I think we're a Europa League team. Um, I like this comment, Thomas. There was something. I think it was on. It was either on the pub. It was the pub. It was after the pub chat, and after the latest podcast, we were talking about how much we rated. No, it was on an article. Yes, it was an article that Ollie did on the website. Sorry, excuse me. That talks about how important Pulisic has been, but that it like made a comment about how we still expect more, and he's not got that star factor that Leao has, but he's way more consistent and has been amazing. And then someone commented basically saying, how dare you disrespect Pulisic? You're lucky to have a player like him. He's going to be a Ballon d'Or winner. The guy was being serious. You just think exactly what you just said there, Thomas. Like people who love Pulisic obsess over him, and actually that whole article was about how good a player Pulisic is. It was so bizarre. It was so bizarre. Like we love Pulisic. I rate him really highly, but I think people that really like Pulisic like him a bit too much, and it's a bit odd. Um, oh. It's about the fourth kit and the 63 on it. Milan's first Euro Cup and MLK's speech. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Oh, okay. Felix. Why does Felix like roll his trousers, like his shorts up? Have you noticed that? He's always showing like an extra bit of leg. Have you guys noticed that, or am I just being weird looking at his legs? I don't know why. I just feel like he shows an extra bit of leg, like on his thigh. Like he's showing more of his thigh. Or maybe it's different because Jimenez wears his Alex Jimenez wears his so low, like a basketball player. I don't know. It's difficult to tell. We're coming to the last 10 minutes, I would say here, guys. And Musa has somehow. Oh God, this match is sending me to sleep. And Musa has somehow survived the full 90. It seems, which is mad. Kamada biting his nails through his gloves. I really wish we got a midfielder instead of Felix to relieve Tish and DM. Yeah, 100%. Felix was an exciting signing, but I don't know. Yeah, I kind of agree, Josh, and I'm the one doing the watch along. Felix is off finally. Tadiciano's on. Felix has been. I don't know how Felix has been. Yeah, Terracciano is not great. I do agree with that. I don't get Terracciano either. Oh God, Tyler Adams would be a dream, Joe. I actually really rate Tyler Adams big time. Of all the Chelsea, Barca, Atleti friends warn me of the FedEx derby brilliance into mediocrity, which apparently is typical for him. He seems like a bit of a prima donna type player, Felix, to me. Do you know what I mean? But I agree with this, AJ. It's too early. It's too early. Sotil started the match, Marco. Actually, he started the game, and I thought he was decent. Bondo is on the bench, but hasn't come on. I don't think Conceição is going to risk him. I would have liked to have seen 5 minutes out of him, though, to be honest. Yeah, Verona are naff, man. Verona are naff. I mean, if we win this, if it stays at the score that it is, fucking hell, it's close. It's very congested. Like the top from 5th to 8th, it's very congested. Like very congested. It makes the Bologna game in hand quite important. It's kind of crazy that Retegi's going to win Capocannoniere, isn't it? Nuts. Oh, Anguissa would have been really nice. I really like how Anguissa plays football. He's very collected and calm and composed on the ball. AJ, you're very late to the party, bro. We're wearing the off-white 4th kit. Did you not get the memo? They're like the best kits around. Has anyone actually bought one? Guys, can you put in the comments if you actually bought one of those? Because if so, like, has someone actually bought the off-white kit? Like, honestly, out yourself right now. I want to hear it. I want to hear it if you've actually bought one. I want to hear it. I bet you there's someone in this chat that's bought one. I'll be judging you. Oh! Ah, man, I got the 125th, Thomas. I did. I had to get that. That was a special kit. If I could afford to buy one, I wouldn't. Yes, Hamid. I love that. Yeah, okay, no one's bought one. We're a very smart bunch, obviously. I should actually give you guys more credit. You're clearly very intellectual. Thomas, get the 125th kit, man. It's special. Get it. This is the first kit in the past 4 years I have not bought yet, and I'm actually not interested in buying it. Maybe next season if it's a considerable discount, but not because I like them. I can see this one being on discount as well. Florin, I could see this one going on discount. I really could. Maybe it won't because it's off-white. I don't even know if off-white's cool, except for those varsity jackets we had a few years ago, but they were like £2,000. They were sick. Has Rafa regressed since the Scudetto season? I think he has. Anyway, it seems like this is going to end 1-0. Redbird baby. That's why we became a clothing store instead of a football club. Ghost.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like he's regressed a little bit in a similar way that Tomori has, but not as much as Tomori. It's just bizarre that a player like Tomori was so incredibly solid. Oh, freaking hell! Freaking hell! But then that assist today was incredible. So it's like that's what it is about Rafa. He's like the enigma. He's like the impossible enigma, isn't he? Yeah, I agree with that, Thomas. I wish he just did the off the shoulder runs and just burnt people for pace. Go on, Musa. Oh, for fuck's sake. Wow, why didn't Rafa just use his left there? But I mean, look, 1-0, a very important 3 points. But I don't know what to think about that, guys. I don't. He did look better as a pivot. He can only play there. I agree with that. But it was a good win in the sense that we got the points. But watching us defend a 1-0 against a relegation side is sad. I agree. But look, that's where we are at the moment. Not because of one reason, but many reasons. And um, ultimately, we are where we are with it, guys. But we got the 3 points, and it was a really needed and important 3 points. So we can't get too annoyed about that. We got the points. We got the points. We're up to seventh and ahead of Bologna. Exactly, Olafemi. We got better goal difference, so we're ahead of them. Yippee. Um, too many touches from Leao instead of just one touch to settle the ball and shoot. Yep, I agree. It was boring, but a W, absolutely. I don't want to talk about Musa anymore. I'm done with Musa, to be honest. Like, yeah, he's better as an 8 in the sense of a double pivot, but he's still not great at that. Yeah. Apparently, we have not won a consecutive game in the league. See, wow. Apparently, we have not won consecutive games in the league since September. Is that true, Florian? Is that true? Wow. That's damning. That is damning. If that's true, that's insane. That's kind of mad. That's kind of shaped. That's taken me back in this for a sec. Since September, it's quite incredible that we're eighth and not worse with that stat. That's nuts. Why does Rafa always try to run the ball over the line? Yeah, fair enough. I haven't fact checked it either, but I wouldn't be surprised. In that case, Sergio's got one over on Fonzie. Yep. Yeah, we are 5 points off fourth, but we have a game in hand over Lazio. So, but the game in hand's against Bologna, which is effectively a 6-pointer this season. So that's a huge swing. I just wish we could have that game soon now. Now to cheer on Shinta tomorrow against Juve. Nah, I would never cheer Inter on. We want a draw, obviously, but I would much rather both teams lose if that's possible. I certainly do not care for for Inter at all. Yeah, I agree, Thomas, about that. Nah, we don't cheer for Inter, guys. Come on, we don't need to worry about Inter. Just both teams lose. Both teams lose. Look, guys, I'm not going to stay on for much longer because back at the family's house, I've got other things on tonight before I call it a night. But an Inter win would be better. I agree. Absolute pleasure for you all joining me. It was amazing to see so many people for a midweek game, and yeah, just amazing, amazing. Hang on, there were Milan fans cheering for Inter on the UCL finals a few years back. Disgusting. Really? Wow. I'd rather us not get top four than to win the title. I don't think that's too far. I don't care about our opposition that much. I think that's a Tottenham mentality when you care about another team more than your own. I just only care about Milan's success. I don't care for Inter. I think Inter are always going to be inferior to Milan. So I don't think that. But I get your sentiment. But I would never ever think that because it doesn't matter. Inter will always be in our shadow, so I don't really care what they do. It's embarrassing, but whatever. Thanks, Olafemi. Cheers, man. I'll be back. Like I said, guys, I will be back in a couple of weeks, so don't miss me too much. You'll have Steph and everyone else in the meantime. Next Watchalong will be on Tuesday. Steph will be doing it. Obviously, the Feyenoord game, which I'm hoping is more exciting than this. There's a bit more jeopardy in that match. Although you could argue probably a bit more jeopardy in this one because we absolutely need top four, or top five potentially. But yeah, guys, absolutely lovely. Thank you for joining me as always. It's been a pleasure. You guys make it enjoyable even when it's quite a snooze fest, which it was tonight. But we got the 3 points. That's all that matters. Hopefully, I'll be checking in a couple of weeks with the new place, and hopefully things will be a bit more settled in my personal life. But can't complain. And yeah, I will see you guys in a few weeks' time. All the best. Forza Milan sempre, and take care. And let's bring home the W against Feyenoord, and let's see ourselves in the quarterfinals. No, round of 16 of the Champions League, right? Yeah, round of 16. Guys, all the best. Lots of good wishes and thoughts, and cheers for joining me. Forza Milan. Ciao, ciao.